It's called Luigi's Banana Split Dragonfruit Extravaganza by Anonymous. Summary. Love really makes a guy come out of his pelt. Written by 7 people in the wilderness. 1 notebook. 7 people. Chapter 1.
What? What the fuck?
Luigi's Banana
7
Split
people?
Dragonfruit Extravaganza. What will my brother think? Luigi cried. Bowser smirked at him.
About what? The fact that you're going to consume my seed?
What? Don't you want to voice Donkey Kong as well?
Hey, yo, let him go!
Donkey Kong suddenly appeared in Bowser's lair. Mario had asked Donkey Kong to save his brother because he knew he was the only strong enough to beat Bowser. Mario couldn't take him on without his dear brother. However, as the large monkey man busted onto the scene, he was caught off guard by the scene before him. The plumber's overalls were gone, and the shell was gone. They were completely bare, and Donkey Kong was forced to make a choice. Donkey Kong thought for a moment. All that he could think of was Luigi's plump bottom. Donkey Kong took off his tie and joined in the fun.
Who's saying this? Donkey Kong?
I think that's Luigi. What the fuck? I'm not gonna let Mario's dog touch my greenie.
That's
No,
Luigi
Bowser, let him go. Actually, no. Who's saying that now? I think that was Donkey Kong.
What the fuck? I'm not gonna let Mars dog touch my greenie. Yeah.
I don't know who's saying that. Luigi gripped at the trunk of her muscle, his arm, holding him back. Donkey Kong's jaw dropped when Bowser suddenly gripped his prickly claws around and forced a fat kiss into Luigi's complaining mouth. Donkey Kong started to get jealous, but couldn't stop thinking about his mission. Donkey Kong woke up from his daze as he looked down at his hands. They were already wrapped around Luigi's waist. What's going on?
It paused. Did you pause the game?
No, I did. I don't even have this button. To pause.
Yipes! The Twinkie! The Twinkie gasped in surprise. Bowser gripped Donkey Kong's throat with tension.
What's happening?
I think this is Bowser now.
Yipes!
No, that was Luigi. I said this already. The next line. Bowser gripped Donkey Kong's throat with tension.
I don't want no pork-sitting rat liquor touching what's mine. What don't you understand?
Donkey Kong recoiled in shock. He started to get soft. Luigi stared at the poor monkey and thought that he needed to include him. Bowser, please! This isn't like you! Luigi cried. Don't hurt him!
I ain't gonna let your monkey try to rinse up my little Twinkie.
Bowser screamed with rage. Luigi could only stare in shock as Bowser approached the perturbed ape. In a flash, the gargantuan tortoise moved at the speed of light, moving faster than ever without his large shell to slow him down. The monkey's throat was firmly grasped by the huge meaty reptile claw.
I ain't gonna let no stupid ass gorilla bust into my crib and take my Twinkie, man. Oh yeah?
Donkey Kong challenged.
Oh yeah?
Wait, is he saying that again?
Yeah, this is Donkey Kong again.
This.
He's like, oh yeah? Oh yeah?
How's this for your hero?
He launched forward and found his protruding chim's lips on Bowser's own scaly maw. The dinosaur nearly backed away before Donkey Kong gently caressed his grip into Bowser's red mane. He accepted the— Ah! No! My power bank!
Are you kidding me?
Luigi.
We actually,
Okay,
is there
now I'm
supposed to be a
back.
picture here?
What?
Is there supposed to be a picture here? It's not even loading.
What picture?
It says Luigi, oh no, and there's like a big square.
Really? I don't have anything.
I have something
you know,
here. It's
forward-
Luigi.
He accepted the fight of Tong against Tong.
Yeah, and then it says
Luigi,
Luigi,
oh
oh
no.
no.
Hmm.
Yeah, but there's a picture
Mom.
here.
Mamma mia! Bowser and Donkey Kong fought for dominance with their tongues. They didn't even realize that Luigi was stuck between their pegs. Mamma mia! Luigi repeated. Luigi was thriving between the two of them, indulging in the friction of Bowser's and Donkey Kong's breasts. Mama! He stuttered. Donkey Kong and Bowser peered down at Luigi while he was enjoying the moment.
I allow this one time.
Bowser said to Donkey Kong through gritted teeth. Donkey Kong couldn't have been more ready for this moment. He hastily ripped away his tie under his tie. Suddenly, Luigi... it's just stupid. Suddenly, Luigi felt something long and girthy beneath him. Looking down, he saw the lush, throbbing, dripping, and spiky big red 10 feet long turtle cock belonging to his beloved Bowser. He almost didn't notice Donkey Kong's measly 3-incher. Without warning, Luigi was pushed to the ground as he let out a loud Kia! Luigi blushed, feeling the big strong hands of a gorilla grip his waist. Donkey Kong ripped off his tie and Luigi only blushed harder. Suddenly, as Luigi laid on his back, a large shadow formed over him. There he saw it, a tattoo of his own face. What the fuck? A tattoo of his own face on Bowser's foreskin. This is so stupid, oh my god. While the mustachioed plumber was distracted by his own hyper-realistic genitalic visage, the primate made his move. The monkey's 3-inch banana dagger struck the Italian's bare bum swiftly. It stabs time after time, again and again and again and again and again. With a bodacious howl or monkey cry, Luigi was filled by Donkey Kong's banana cream, both giving Luigi a pie and filling him with it. Luigi gasped, unfazed but flushed as he gasped for oxygen. The force launched the gorilla's pelt onto the wall. With a splat, it slides down the wall. With no warning, the plumber's rest is disrupted by the massive, overwhelming power of the Lizard King's 10-foot destroyer. Luigi cries with moans of overwhelming pain and pleasure, his organs being rearranged like a shuffleboard. Up and down on the carousel of agony and euphoria the plumber rode. Finally, Bowser's ammunition was filled, Luigi filling in and floating in the air like a balloon stuffed. Bowser laying an astonishingly large egg with a high-pitched... With a high-pitched... It's all over for now.
I like how Bowser's misspelled with Z. Bowser.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the last part of the fanfiction was written by someone else. It turned out into a
Well,
joke.
well, okay. Didn't it say like what?
Yeah,
7
7
people.
people, yeah. Chapter 2, we will meet again. His screams echoed through the Mushroom Kingdom's hospital in Peach's castle. Along the lines of white-cloth toads led none other than Luigi's stout but tall, compared to the toads, bro, Mario. Currently, Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario, I'm so sorry that you have to see me like this, Luigi cried in anguish. Not now, Luigi. We'll talk about this when it's over. Dr. Mario looked under the medical sheet. He saw the head of a baby peering out of... What? He saw the head of a baby peering out of Luigi's asshole, like the dark side of the moon. Are you kidding me? Luigi! Mario cried out upon seeing the child. Mamma mia! What have you done? The baby that Mario bore witness to while assisting his brother was an infant gorilla, nearly an exact clone of his loved Donkey Kong. Mario fell to his knees screaming in anguish. At that moment, Donkey Kong and Bowser barged in. At that moment, the entire room was dead silent. Oh, brother of mine! Why? Mario stammered. Bowser interjected upon seeing the baby.
You goddamn flea eating pork swallowing cotton picking watermelon spinning fucking monkey!
What? Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I can't read this. I can't read this.
Yeah, of course not. Mamma mia! Luigi squeaked.
Who's that for?
Donkey Kong responded, appearing to forget the entire affair.
The infant DK! The fucking freak of nature that came out of my Twinkie!
Bowser snarled.
That ain't
Oh
mine.
god, baby Mario.
Donkey Kong said flatly. Dr. Mario's professionalism fell. You, my Donkey Kong, cheated on me? Donkey Kong? With my baby, bro! Mario interrupted Donkey Kong's excuses. Little did Mario know, his former rival turned hunk fuck body actually didn't remember the night of conception. Bowser and Luigi did, all too well. Even with the tears pouring down his bro's face, Bowser's stomps and toddler thrashing, Donkey Kong's white monkey eyes, and the assistant Toad's panic because Bowser had somehow entered the castle, Luigi found himself blushing madly. To think that two of the Mushroom Kingdom's biggest hunks were fighting in the name of Luigi's ass. Mamma mia! While the big boobed men were in a fight of fury passion, the new bastard child suddenly launched at Mach 20 out of the Twinkie's hole. A thick, vicious and chunky fluid oozed out of Luigi's poop chute. This is so stupid.
What the fuck?
Mamma mia! Luigi yelled. Bowser froze in shock, watching the infant chimp writhen on the floor. Bowser's moment of grief was soon interrupted when Donkey Kong ripped the horns right off Bowser's head.
Are you some kind of retard? Those are my fucking horns, you shit shoveling, tax stealing, ass faggot, chimp.
Bowser ejaculated. Donkey Kong looked
Christ.
down at the bloody horns in his hands, then to his new baby on the floor.
My
Donkey Kong? Don't talk it to me, Mario cried out. I should have always known you were just nothing more than a shit-for-brains, flea-ridden, shit-passing Abe. Mario ran away, off into the distance.
Mario, wait!
Donkey Kong wept. You ruined my life! The anguished ape screamed. Oh wait, that was actually Donkey Kong.
What? What?
You ruined
Wait,
my
okay,
life.
so-
It's your line.
You ruined my life!
The anguished ape screamed at Bowser and Luigi, smashing all of the hospital equipment to smithereens. Luigi leapt to his muscular reptile lover. Mamma mia, my love! Bowser turned to his green little twink, then immediately collapsed from the blood loss. Donkey Kong paused for a moment from his rampage, taking in the sight of Luigi's trembling bottom as he grieved over Bowser. He ripped off his tie with aggressive haste and fell to his knees. This dumbass monkey had lost everyone he held dear.
Racism.
Chapter 3. The banana split. We should split.
Oh wait. Hold on. Let me put a marker here. There you go.
Warm sunlight introduced a new morning and new grievances. These rays illuminated the red-tinted fur of Luigi's chimp fetus. Its eyes were not yet open, possibly from the dent punctured on its soft spot during yesterday's lovers and family quarrel. Still, Its tiny grasp on Luigi's twink hands kept the new father wistfully distracted. Somewhere in the back of Luigi's heart, while unacknowledged, he wished for his older bro Mario to be there. You've been named a Dominus Republikans Kong. What the fuck?
What the fuck? What
Luigi
the fuck does that
giggled.
mean?
Luigi giggled as he gave the infant a green tie with the letters DRK on it. The baby coughed in response. If only the others involved were as healthily swept away.
Look, I'm not controlling right now.
Meanwhile, Brooklyn would... What? Would suffer a devilish series of events.
Something glitched here on my thing.
Me? Father?
No, we are not there yet.
My parser glitched. I can't leave anymore.
Wait,
Come
what?
on. Fucking PM.
Yeah, which one is it?
Fanfiction again.
Anti-parser glitch of the game.
Yeah, then order 4. Oh, look at Mario. He's sleeping. Did you see that? He's like getting sleepy.
Maybe.
there.
They let me in again. I left. A mega glitch my parser for some reason.
Why are you the only one having trouble? Look, you're 2
Blame your-
times in.
There's-
That's already
Yeah.
a failure. And your ping is like high as fuck.
Huh,
Kick
it
me
doesn't
out.
work.
You should.
It doesn't work. I can't click on him.
Wow,
Huh?
he's unclickable.
Which one is the correct one?
Whatever, just do it. The right one. There you go.
Go back to the game now.
So,
No way, you don't need to change any. Oh, I need.
why is it ring
Alright.
shot?
Who died that
because
day
his
and came back.
Donkey Kong needed to calm down, so he popped a jar of Xannies on the streets of Brooklyn, New York.
Me? A father?
Donkey Kong said to himself.
I messed up. This is all Bowser's fault. He took everything from me.
The Xanax seemed to have the opposite effect on Donkey Kong. He was now fuming. As Donkey Kong passed another civilian, he swiftly engulfed their face in his palm, crushing their skull into a pulp without even looking. The surrounding civilians scurried away in fear of the sight of a gorilla at its full potential. Staring at the brain matter in his hand, Donkey Kong had a sudden breakdown.
I'm more than a guy who smashes things.
He tried to convince himself in the midst of a psychosis meltdown. At that moment, Donkey Kong made eye contact with his ex-lover Mario, who was standing on the other side of the road. Donkey Kong was swamped with many emotions as he ran towards Mario while ripping away his tie.
Mario!
Donkey Kong ran on all fours towards the love of his life. Don't talk it to me, I'm on the job. Donkey Kong didn't listen to him, instead ripping away his tools and clothes.
Face screaming in fear.
Donkey Kong, I don't love you anymore, Mario cried. Donkey Kong grabbed his face, gazing into his glistening blue orbs.
Tonight, it's gonna be all about you. I'll make everything right.
Donkey Kong dragged Mario by the foot into a nearby alleyway and started to loosen his own hold with his girthy ape fingers. The Donkey Kong,
Please, Mar, accept my love.
Donkey Kong sang his pink perky hole onto Mario's shaft. Mamma mia! Mario came instantly. As Donkey Kong wildly, Mario realized this was not the same Donkey Kong he came to love. Wait, I can't anymore! Mario burst into tears, ruining the mood completely.
Please, just take me back.
Donkey Kong ejaculated, seemingly out of nowhere, as one last desperate attempt of love. I cannot forgive you. Mario replied, following by a pause and long silence. In an instant, all humility left Donkey Kong's mind, and he rapidly bounced on Mario's slimy member. Wait! Donkey Kong took it in with so much force that it broke Mario's pelvis irreparably. Donkey Kong screamed and ripped off his tie, embracing the most savage side of him. Donkey Kong then turned over onto his back, his massive hands engulfing the petrified plumber as he held him. Mario screamed in agony. He always knew his lover had a temper, but didn't expect him to ever do something so brutal. Donkey Kong, no! Well, please, you broke my fucking pelvis! My spicy Italian meatballs can't take it anymore! He sobbed. Donkey Kong, now only acting on his animalistic instincts, saw Mario now only as a breathable hole. Just a hole. Donkey Kong lowered Mario's tiny frame onto his rock-hard 3-inch gorilla shaft, more ready than ever to shower his little flashlight into coconut cream pies. Up and down, Donkey Kong used him for his own pleasure alone. Each time he pulled Mario down onto his golden banana, he became more aggressive, letting out more oohs and ahs, just like the most rabid of his primate ancestors. With one last scream of agony, Mario was pulled down one last time with far too much force. Donkey Kong, gripping Mario's legs, pulled them all the way down, splitting him completely in half, with a loud rip and drilling his cock all the way through the remains. Oh my god, this is violent.
What the hell?
Mario's organs immediately spilled out of the flesh sack that was his body,
Hoo-ha.
plopping onto the ground. Ropes of meat and tendons hung from his mangled corpse. Subway sandwich. Donkey Kong paused for a moment as he held the two pieces. However, he wasn't done yet, as he was still pent up with his instincts. More grunts ensued as Donkey Kong put Mario's two halves together, hastily turning him into a Subway
are you
sandwich
reading,
style
man?
do-it-yourself flashlight.
0294.
What did you
The
smoke?
actual fuck.
What did you smoke?
Mario's organs flew everywhere and splattered on the cold concrete as Donkey Kong was fucking his dead body relentless. Slish, slosh, splish, splagoosh, scrunch, splat. Every thrust without regard, mercy, or disgust annihilated what was left of Mario's body. Was echoing in the alleyway. Donkey Kong came. He came hard. He never hated and loved Mario than the way he did now. The mangled flesh pieces were soaked in gorilla cum. This wasn't enough. Donkey Kong, trapped in the daze, brought his gorilla hands to his bubblegum pink asshole and squirted out a warm liquidy poop fluid. The monkey shit seeped through his fingers after rubbing. What is this? After rubbing the poopy soup all over his face, breast and fur, Donkey Kong ground up what was left of Mario and went apeshit. Crumbs of Mario were like a carpet on the alleyway floor. Donkey Kong's gaze went to Mario's long intestine that laid underneath the alleyway dumpster. Donkey Kong made a makeshift cock ring out of Mario's intestines. Donkey Kong made a cock ring from Mario's organs. For another hour, Donkey Kong screamed and tossed around the flesh chunks and flutes, leaving blood and shit splatters all over the alleyway. Donkey Kong was so hard that he was now a whopping 4 inches. Donkey Kong fingered himself while rolling around in the pile of Mario's remains, blood and his own stinky diarrhea. The concoction of fluid seeped into his skin, which became irritated as he had ripped out large chunks of his now fly-swarmed pelt during his frenzy. Caked in the villainously vile, vicious medley of Mario's obliterated body, as well as his own liquid shit, Donkey Kong skulks out of his alleyway. Nearby, the Koopa King walked the Brooklyn streets, hoping to talk to Mario about the gorilla's vile actions. Instead, Bowser locks eyes with the looming form of Donkey Kong, covered in the proof and culmination of his awful actions. Donkey Kong rips his tie off. Bowser knew, and with a fury rage of insanity, he launches himself at the villainous simian. Donkey Kong responds, the two breaking 37 cars in the New York intersection with the force of their lunges alone. They collide in the street, the pavement cracking, and the two locked hand in hand in a stalemate dance of death. The final battle.
You ruined my life, dude.
Bowser chuckled.
0294. What? They.
He laughed.
Fuck. Island. This.
I may be a
Wait, who's saying this? This is Bowser?
I think it's
I may
Bowser.
be a villain, but I'm not a monster.
He was stopped by Donkey Kong's rock-hard punch straight into his maw. He could feel his teeth's tendons bend concavely. Bowser growled ferally, pupils shrinking. Humanity lost. It was a showdown between two of the world's most lost furries. And they were angry! Bowser's mouth shot a cannon of fire that singed the edges of Donkey Kong's pelt. He on all fours, galloping like a nuke straight at Bowser. He tore off his tie. Again? How many ties does Donkey Kong wear in this fanfiction? It's so stupid. The street cracked underneath Bowser's own anti-gating stomps forward. Bowser's scaly toned meat limbs open in a challenging way. That's Bowser now, by the way.
You're gonna Are you actually fine? Or are you gonna be a pusser and fuck me like everyone else? You've been a man of sucking or chimp.
It's Donkey Kong.
I don't know what PM is doing.
Donkey Kong gallops lopsidedly towards Bowser, unfazed by his words and blaze show. Bowser is a bit intimidated by Donkey Kong's new demeanor and backs up by a few steps. Donkey Kong bellows before catapulting towards Bowser's throat.
What?
Donkey Kong pummeled the lizard into the pavement, holding him down with the strength of a hydrogen bomb. The area Bowser's face is buried and makes a crater.
I need.
Donkey Kong speaks for the first time in a half hour.
Sex. No.
Bowser unleashed a mighty flame, but it wasn't enough. In a final attempt of escape, Bowser speaks.
Do you remember what we used to be?
Donkey Kong halted at his words.
No.
He said coldly before he raised his fists and crashed them down on his shell, which shattered immediately on impact. His obsidian strength shell reduced to fragile porcelain. Now that his lime green flesh was exposed, Donkey Kong went to work. His banana creamsicle, now a devastating 5 inches, was ready to spurt his seed into his new mate. The strength of the once feared reptile was now paling in comparison to the massive rampaging gorilla. Donkey Kong inserted his 5-inch destroyer deep into Bowser's anal cavity. Thrusting primally, the walls were torn to shreds in an ushy-gushy bloody mess by his death dagger.
Oh, remember why I broke up with you, you stupid!
Donkey Kong interrupted, striking his fist down onto Bowser's skull, nearly shattering it. He continued to relentlessly drive his erect monkey member into him. With a mighty roar, he spilled his hot, musky seed into Bowser, filling him like a donut, as if he were hollow. Once Donkey Kong was done, he unceremoniously tossed Bowser to the side like a rag doll. Beating his chest, Donkey Kong dashed off into the sunset. There lies Bowser, crippled, stunned, and fuming with rage at how one could have such audacity to ravage him in that way. Wow. Fanfiction
is
is
this?
fucking hilarious. It's like very brutal and
fucked up.
sexual, but also really stupid. Oh my god. Like very over the top, you know? Fucking great. Chapter 4. The Final Embrace. Unlike his now decimated bro, Luigi found the spirits of molten rock and chalice hanging from the ceiling to be comforting. All of the devilish horror of Bowser's castle and the Koopa Kingdom in general kinda turned Luigi on. The butt plump plumber was perched on his lover's too large, like something else Luigi could perch himself on, throne.
What a comeback.
Before a Koopa could announce the king's arrival, it was crushed with a satisfying crunch behind the thrown-open gates of the throne room. The gargantuan red silhouette of Bowser crouched into the room. Luigi's hole puckered. My Bowser! Luigi cooed. I've waited for so long, I missed you! I missed you so much that I farted! Bowser smiled at him, staring at Luigi's postpartum pregnancy pot belly. I had Princess Peach babysit Dominicus Republicus Cog. We have some alone time, Luigi said, inching closer to his love, Bowser. Please, Bowser. Bowser was now as hard as a rock, and the urge to pound the shit out of Luigi was ever so strong. But he felt too weak to manhandle his precious Twinkie.
I'm here, baby.
I thought he was beat up by Donkey Kong. Now he's okay.
Yeah, I also thought that. Now everything is fine, apparently. Bowser said while reaching his hand out. Bowser caressed Luigi's face while kissing his lips softly. Bowser! Luigi cried. Bowser's girthy, prinkly, scaly, clawed paws from Luigi's face all the way down to Luigi's perky and swollen butthole. Luigi was sweaty and frustrated. Give it to me! Bowser paused for a moment.
I want to try something new.
Bowser said seductively. Bowser pulled out his 10 feet prickly packer. Luigi immediately reached for it, but Bowser stopped him.
Wait,
Bowser said as he was pulling a line of cocaine on his Bowser Jr. Luigi stared at Bowser's hot rod.
What the fuck?
Huh?
I want to suck it. All of it.
Mamma mia! Luigi said in distress. I can't do it.
What?
Bowser frowned.
Don't let your autism stop you.
What the fuck? Luigi backed up. My autism was all he could stutter before Bowser grabbed his head and dragged his face down the entire length of his meat dagger.
Oh my god.
Well, Bowser?
I won't stop until you're done.
Bowser moaned in satisfaction. Muffled screams echoed across the marble room.
Fuck Twinkie.
Bowser groaned. Luigi clawed with all of his might on Bowser's Jr., but Daddy Bowser overpowered him. After 2 feet of cocaine, Luigi suffered delusions. But Twinkie was cut off by his throwing up. Bowser was so caught up on his own pleasure that he didn't notice a certain primate skulking through the castle door. Bowser stood up at the sound, which made Luigi fall to the ground. Donkey Kong appeared, looking as unhinged as ever. His patchy pelt was torn, and his body was covered in leaves, ticks, massive brown reclusive spiders, sea urchins, cactus spikes, and kelp. He had been on a mission, traveling through forests, deserts, mountains, and oceans to make it to Bowser's lair, annihilating everything with a pulse unfortunate enough to be in his path. He was unstoppable!
DK, don't care what you do to me. Just don't hurt itty bitty, greeny peeny, whittle, twiddle, tinky.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately for Bowser, Luigi was the one that Donkey Kong had been seeking. He was locked on target.
Multiply.
Donkey Kong announced.
What?
Before barreling at the lovers, Bowser hastily covered Luigi with his body, but he will regret it crushingly as Donkey Kong pounced. Mama!
Twinkie, gotta be okay.
Bowser said, trying to comfort him. Donkey Kong landed on his fresh shell and suffered over 13 puncture wounds. Donkey Kong released an anguishing cry, but Luigi had it much worse. Bowser's cock had unfortunately went straight through Luigi's body, from ass to mouth. He came immediately once it entered, burning his little Twinkie man to a crisp. His insides were cooked and he was crushed to death immediately after. To Bowser's horror, his lover's remains were splattered along his entire body. Just as the devastated reptile was about to get his revenge, the Xanax in Donkey Kong's body caused the enraged ape's blood vessels to explode in a beautiful red firework. Blood-soaked, traumatized, violated, stunned, devastated, and emotionally destroyed. All Bowser could do was sob in the remains of lovers from the present and past. His red orbs spilled tears at rates he didn't know he was capable of. Bowser looked to his side. All that was left from both of them was Donkey Kong's red tie. He would have killed himself in a heartbeat, but he heard a loud boom outside and got up to investigate.
What the fuck?
So everybody's fucking dying, I guess. Chapter 5, Epilogue. Nuclear bomb. Upon stepping outside his lair, Bowser unlocked as he witnessed a mushroom cloud on the horizon. Before Bowser could even react, he was shrouded in the large cloud, speeding at Mach 20. Bowser was eviscerated intensely, turning to dust. With his flesh being reduced to particles, bones hit the floor and melted into the soil beneath. Bowser's land and reign of terror was no more. Princess Peach of the Mushroom Kingdom decided that malevolent reptiles should no longer be allowed to taint the world with his evil. The nuke had been launched, and everyone could finally be in peace. With Luigi and Donkey Kong's remains nowhere to be found and bits and pieces of Mario discovered scattered around Brooklyn, Dominicus Republicus Kong had nobody to look after him. With that, Peach and Toad took him in to raise them as their own. The family lived peacefully and happily, but still mourned the deaths of those they once knew so dearly, never learning the truth behind the three's final moments. As for the Koopa Kingdom, nothing was left, as it was uninhabitable, desolate wasteland. No life was inside. However, deep within the remains of what was once Bowser's lair, sat an egg. An egg. Crack, crack, crack. The end.
The fuck was that?
By the way, notes. By the way, this is a joke. Those associated don't think this way for real.
Yeah, really?
Wow. And look at these comments. What the fuck did I just read? I'm trying to understand what happened here. Oh my god.